Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
అది నిజమంటే ప్రతి సినిమా ద్వారా ఒక మినిమం 500 మంది ఎవ్రీ డే బ్రతుకుతారు. సో మేము ఎన్ని ఎక్కువ ప్రొడక్షన్ చేయగలిగితే అంతమందికి భోజనం దొరుకుతుంది. ఈ లాజిక్ చాలామంది మర్చిపోతారు. సో ఇవాళ మనకు 150 సినిమాలు తెలుగు ఫిలిం ఇండస్ట్రీలో 90% ఫ్లాపులు సార్ అని లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ది షీట్ ఇచ్చా. ఎందుకో లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ది నేను తెప్పించా 2024 షీట్. ఆయనకి ఇస్తే వాళ్ళు ఆశ్చర్యపోయారు, మరి ఎందుకు తీస్తున్నారు ఈ సినిమాలు. ఒకటే యాక్చువల్ అండి, అది ఇప్పుడు నంబర్స్ పెరిగిపోయాయండి. ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ సినిమాలు ఏమైందంటే 400 crores 500 crores బడ్జెట్కి వెళ్ళిపోవడం వల్ల వాళ్ళు ఆ ఒక్క సినిమా మీదే ఫోకస్ చేస్తున్నారు. అంటే ఆ సినిమా ఆడలేదనుకో చాలా డ్యామేజ్ జరుగుద్ది. కాబట్టి మనకు స్టార్ సినిమాలు మనం ఇప్పుడు చూసుకుంటే ఉన్న టాప్ స్టార్స్ అందరూ 2 yearsకి ఒక ఫిలిం వస్తుంది. సో అది కరెక్షన్ మళ్ళీ ఇంతకుముందు కోవిడ్ ముందు కానీ జరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు ప్రభాస్ కంటిన్యూస్ డూయింగ్ 3 films, బన్నీ వాంట్స్ డూ ఇన్ ఏ ఇయర్ 2 films. ఇట్లా వాళ్ళు స్టార్ట్ అవుతున్నారు. స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి కరెక్ట్ అవుతే మళ్ళీ 26, 27 నుంచి డెఫినెట్గా ప్రతి హీరో సినిమా ఒకటి రిలీజ్ అవ్వాలి. అయినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్ స్టార్ సినిమా ఒకటి, మిడ్ రేంజ్ హీరోల సినిమాలు 2 films ఇలా వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్ సక్సెస్ పర్సంటేజ్ పెరిగే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. అది ఒకటే సొల్యూషన్.
All big projects, ambitious projects, big budget competition to Hollywood, all of that is there. But Sanjay, take Prabhas. Prabhas at least is trying to give 2-3 films. He is working on 2-3 projects. But take Junior NTR or Ram Charan. They are like not just them. Overall, if you look at it, all these big pan-Indian stars, right? They're doing like what, 1 movie in 2 years max to max.
Right.
That's how it has become. So, do you think that should be important, or making more number of films for like in terms of the industry?
Right. See, I totally understand, them wanting to follow up with a really good film. We have seen what Prabhas went through.
Correct.
As soon as he finished Bahubali. But then the whole thing that he took 5 years to finish Bahubali.
Yeah.
You could see the difference in his looks.
Correct.
Like the film before Bahubali, he looks totally different, and in Saho he looks totally different.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good to see your favorite star change so drastically.
Much in one movie.
Yeah, right. So even with Yash, based on Toxic, it seems like he still has the looks. But then from the time when he started KGF to right now, if you actually look at him, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
It's been years together.
Yeah.
And even with Allu Arjun, you could see the difference of, the lines, everything popping up because he has taken so much time for Pushpa. So when your big stars are doing that, it's
5 years Pushparaj.
so it is a little heartbreaking to say, because you really love your stars, and that passion for cinema and that passion for your star is totally different. And when you see him take that shade, it is, at least the least you can say, is sad.
Okay, so from the industry perspective, what do you think?
I
10
feel
good movies in 1 year, or 10 good movies, amazing movies like 1,000 crore movies in 2 years, 2-3 years, spread across.
see, unrealistically speaking, I feel like they should have a system where, if 5 big stars are doing that, the 5 other stars should take charge of, keeping the numbers ticking. See, with Telugu, the blessing is that even if these stars are doing this, if you had your NTR with Devara, you had the Ram Charan with Game Changer, so they were busy. They took their own sweet time to, come up with the next film. But then at the same time, you had all the other stars bringing films.
Correct.
Even Prabhas, for that matter, has not been slow.
Yeah.
He has, good, bad or ugly, he has done many films after Bahubali.
Yes.
Right. All the other stars, take it Balakrishna, take it the older stars as well, the veteran stars, sorry, not the older stars, the veteran stars have also been, giving their share to the industry. They have been working continuously. They are keep ticking the box office numbers. A Ravi Teja film keeps coming. Pawan Kalyan not so much because of his, of course, he is the deputy CM now.
Of Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah,
so
and he was
makes
working
sense.
towards becoming that, so
Correct.
it makes sense. But then he also has a lineup there. He is working for those films also. There are all these other stars, the younger generation, who continuously keeps doing films, and people are there to take them. People aren't just, shooing them away because they are the younger ones, not established enough. People are supporting them, and that is the good thing about Telugu cinema. Nani, anybody else
Correct.
from the Prabhas group to this
The
group
next.
to this group, there is like 4 groups ready here.
Yeah.
And that is what is lacking in all the other industries. The younger gen actors are finding it really hard to make their place in the hearts of the people.
And with the question also whether 2 movies, 5 movies, what is the logic? I feel like we are stuck in this loop because if you look at it, Guntur Karam or Devara, especially Guntur Karam, I personally feel like the movie didn't work for me, but audience wouldn't have been this ruthless if it released pre-pandemic
Fair.
with the movie. So there are a lot
That
of
you
movies.
could take example for most of Akshay Kumar's films.
Exactly. So the point is either the presentation should be unique, the combination should be unique, or the story should be unique. It's the
Or it
experience.
should be Shah Rukh Khan's return.
Yeah, it should be some event that we want to celebrate.
Yeah.
We as audience, I feel, have become more critical about everything, and I think we were more lenient and happy and comfortable. That is the reason why they became stars. We
Right.
adapted them
Right,
easily.
right.
But now for the young gen, it is really difficult because everybody is too critical about everything. People don't have this, at least this is what I feel, like the major chunk of people don't have this urge of every weekend we have to go to watch movies. It's not as common as what it was before.
It is more Netflix and chill now than
Yeah.
going to the theaters and chilling.
Correct.
Going to the theater has become an outing of some sort. But I remember when we were in college, going to the theater was like going to college. Very religiously we used to follow that.
Yeah.
So that whole notion I feel like has changed. Even now when we go to the theaters, we don't really see the younger
Correct.
school kids, college kids
Yeah.
in the theater as much
Yeah.
as we see our age people over
Exactly.
there. So that is missing.
And one example I want to give, which actually genuinely broke my heart, is I don't want to take the name of the movie. It's a good movie, and I went for public reaction. I was talking to all the audience, and there was this kid who just said, "Just cringe. Who want to watch like this?" I'm like, ouch. So now it's that transition phase where everybody is trying to figure out how can we bring the newer gen audience? What is their interest? What are their interests? What are they liking? Other than reels and, chota bacha cute videos.
Just do you remember the peak Endgame was at?
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit, and then whatever happened, everything else that Marvel has followed up, how much has worked? How many have
Nothing.
worked?
I think only one.
Even Thor didn't work
Yeah, yeah.
properly.
Nothing.
Thor Love and Thunder didn't make up to its standards.
Yeah.
Any other superhero film, that was a huge genre. Superhero films was an emotion.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
The
Where
new
are
generation
the
is not
superheroes?
subscribing to that. That's the problem.
I feel like I don't know, Matt Reeves' Batman was the only film that actually
Yeah.
received a lot of love, even with box office numbers.
Even you not liking it.
I
Yeah.
did not.
See, that's another question that I have, right? The reson why I feel taking so much time now for a movie, especially in terms of quality and all of that, because AI is coming, I think we will get there. But the mood, audience sentiment, and the expectations towards the movie are diminishing like crazy. Like by the time the movie is announced and by the time the movie releases, right? Other than few movies, like very few movies, it's not, people are not excited anymore. There are new concepts, somebody else is making something similar, or there is something similar that is coming out. So holding the interest of people have become very, very difficult. So I think we should strike a balance. Like what Pravas is doing is, I think it's good. After a movie like Bahubali, like if he is giving 3-4 years and then he's making 1-2 movies, like back to back, there are some movies. There's a movie like Raja Saab. It might work, it might not work. We are not exactly excited about the movie. We are also excited, but there is Salaar 2. There is another project. So everybody should try something like that. I actually wanted NTR to become a project which is like more NTR kind, very fun. Very happening. And then, then if he goes to Dragon or something, right, we'll also have that change. Like I think down the line, 5 years, if we look into it, all these big, dark movies are all the movies that our stars have done like for the past 5 years, then there's no fun movie.
Right. See, that is so true. Taking, the Kannada film industry into consideration, yes, we had a Kantara, we had a KGF, blew up magnificently, golden time. But then after that, we really saw, a dearth. You could see a big drought over there because that is when I actually realized how big of an influence and how much stars like Puneet Rajkumar are important for
Correct.
the industry, because it felt like suddenly when the bigger stars, when they blew up so much and they were taking time for their next project, it felt like there is a lack of stars in the industry, and the younger ones are struggling really badly.
Correct.
There is just a one-off success story that I've heard of where a very new gen film, I feel like Hostel Hudugaru Bekagidare is the only film where it was all new people and it worked out box office wise as well.
Correct.
Yes, we have Achar and Co, and yes, we have Daredevil Mustafa here and there, but they didn't really see that amount of success that otherwise a film like Vandu Mottaya Kate by Rajbi Shetty saw when he came into the
Exactly.
picture first. Or a film like Operation Almilama, a film like Karva. All these, there are so many examples of these films, but then I don't have that many examples right now.
Yeah, even movies like Achar and Co and Daredevil Mustafa, which were a reality 3 years ago, suddenly in 2024, zero. Like big star movies are struggling to make
And
money,
yeah.
and this is not.
I feel like Shivanna was the only person who was there throughout.
Yeah.
We had Sri Murli this year, but he wasn't there for 3 years.
Correct.
Upendra,
Yeah.
UI, he was so invested with UI. He last was Kabza.
Yeah, Kabza.
So all these bigger stars also have been struggling. Sudeep,
Yeah. Max.
arguably, yes, except for the newfound Rishabh Shetty, the newfound Yash, I feel like at the top of the game before these two people, it was Darshan and Sudeep.
Yeah.
And while Sudeep was trying really hard to get a film, but the film wasn't ready to come
Yeah.
out. And on the other hand, a star like Darshan was facing his own troubles.
Correct.
It felt like where are the stars in the industry? Where did all of them go? It felt like, wow. And the younger ones aren't really. I understand the point where when the older ones say that when we are taking a back step, we need the younger ones there.
Yeah.
And I also understand that, but if not for them, what to do now?
Yeah.
And that is the kind of situation this industry is in right now.
Do you think this visual emphasis to a movies or actors taking 2-3 years for a project, is that good for industry or your favorite actors? What are your opinions? Mention all of that in the comments below. And for more such videos, please do like, share, and subscribe.
Also, do you think that we should start a podcaster segment where we just sit here and unwind about our feelings about films? Do you find such conversations interesting? Do let us know in the comments below. We will pick up on it if you find it interesting.
Yes, with that, this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And you're watching India Today. So,
Oh,
South.
yeah.
Hello.